don't want to scare anybody.
One, two, 1, 2. You already know what it is. DJ Dr. Hollywood here.
Check if your mics are on. Check your mic on.
1, 2, 1, 2. Check
Yes, you gotta talk into it.
1.
Yeah, because y'all heard it. We were good. Keep going. That's fine.
Okay. Again, let's start it back. You already know DJ Dr. Hollywood here. It's the Cure Magazine here with the Rawrrzone studio. You know, shout out to KDK. You know how I go down. I'm here with Live Johnson. What's going on, bro?
Ain't shit, bro. It's good, man. It's a wonderful day, sunny. It's positive energy all around.
That's what it do. Yo, so bro, let's tell the world about yourself a little bit. Tell them a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, you know what I mean, what you do, everything. Just introduce yourself.
Well, the story began in Queens, Left City, Forest Hills to be exact. I started doing rap when I started going to the community center in Forest Hills on the 67th Drive, or the center. For those who don't know, a lot of kids from the Left Rawrrzone, the Forest Hills community, went to that area and, posted talents, whether it was breakdancing, rap, basketball.
Was Nori over there?
No, unfortunately. Well, that's a little bit.
Nori, you gotta come back to Left Rack, man. What's going on with that?
He come back to the hood. He comes back to the hood, but the center is a whole different faction.
Okay.
So
does he know about the center?
He probably do his people. But the center is in Forest Hills. It's not a Left Rack.
Okay. But it's Queens thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Let me ask you about this. As far as Queens rappers in general, do y'all stick together as much as how you got a whole Bronx wave, Best Style, Brooklyn really? I can't say Brooklyn sticks together. They try to, but you know what I mean. You got a whole Harlem side. Each block in Harlem got a whole different group. So I just wanted to know, how you feel about the Queens rappers in that whole situation right now. You got Nicki and everybody, stuff like that.
Yeah. I say right now it's kind of divided.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see a lot of unity in Queens, only for the simple fact that most of the people that wasn't unified back in the late 90s, or early 90s when CNN, Nas, Mobb Deep, and all that came together, most of them are kind of, not to say that they washed out, but they're more playing the backfield now, you know what I mean? So I think back in the early 90s, yes, hip hop was Queens, niggas was unified, especially Nature. You had cats like Iman Thug. It was a great era for that time, but now it's no unified. I don't see it in Queens. If there is, somebody need to put me on.
It's funny that you said Queens and did not mention Russell Simmons or Jam Master Jay or anything about them. Do they? Because I know Danny Simmons definitely, the older Simmons brother, he definitely gives back to the community. He goes in the art world and things like that. He's a part of a lot of different board of directors and museums and things like that. But as far as hip hop, has Russ or Run or any of them come back to the hood?
I would say I haven't seen them. Maybe because I'm not around as much, but I would say one person you used to see in the hood all the time was Jam Master Jay, God rest his soul. I remember there was a barbershop on 165th Street in Jamaica, Queens. I think it was called the Hut, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to come there all the time, and I used to get my hair cut over there all the time. And you'll run into a Jam Master Jay. You'll run into an LL Cool J. So you'll run into certain heads in Queens. I'm not sure about Russell. I heard he gives back to the community. I heard he comes, but I didn't see it with my own two eyes. So
I totally understand. I asked you that because a lot of things is if you know type of situation, which personally, me as a gatekeeper, I get tired of that. You know what I mean? Because it's like you got to let people know what's going on. And that's what we're here for as far as the media and things like that. We want to know what people are doing and if you're actually doing it right now. You know what I mean? Because, like a person like you have a single coming out. You have a whole... what do you have coming out? Talk to the people. 'Cause that's why you're here. Because, you know what I mean? If you wasn't doing something, you definitely wouldn't be on the screen.
Yes, sir. So pretty much the Love Jewels album is dropping July 22nd. It's a full-length project that I have, coming real soon. I feel like it's a classic in my opinion. It's one of my most well-crafted albums. Right now I have a single called Love It, which is out on all streaming platforms, featuring Michael Bostic, and there's a video for it as well on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Michael Bostic, I've heard that name before. Can you speak on him?
Yeah, he's my partner in crime. He's gang. He's one half of EDC Beats. Well, actually, Every Dollar Counts Entertainment is the actual label name, and we shorten it to EDC Beats for our beat selling site. And we knew each other for 10 years. Like we met at a bungalow lounge in Astoria, where they used to have open mic. And that's, we knew some of the same people, and ever since then we connected. Like I always, we always work together on hooks or whatever the case may be, and I think we solidified a solid brotherhood over the years, and he's one of the most solid individuals I know.
Oh, no, because I'm not sure if you know, I've been around for a minute. You did a couple of my shows back in the day with Hampton Blue Entertainment when I was DJing at Karma Lounge.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yes, I've been around. I stay in the cut. I'm kind of dark. You can't see me as much. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But, I definitely keep my ear to the streets and know the people that are around. One thing, you said, I hear entrepreneur vibes from you. I'm getting on you're not just an artist, you're an entrepreneur. So let's talk about that. EDC Entertainment. Go into a little bit more about that.
So pretty much it started off as a label, but it didn't work as a label because we had a couple of artists with us, and then for whatever reasons it didn't work. So we decided, hey, I have a whole gang of beats. I'm a producer. Mikey's dope with hooks. Why not we can sell beats all day long, and try to make a profit off of that.
Okay.
But past that, we saw a bigger picture with what we do, and we also working with other artists such as MDI, where we produce the album from top to bottom, engineer, do the studio recordings, make sure that the product is dope and tight. So we also do that as well. So we looking to start taking more artists under our wing and put out dope projects. So that's another.
All right, let's get straight to it. What are the prices, bro? What are the prices?
So, on the low end, for the leases, you can lease beats for $25 to $50 a pop. If you look at
and what does that now low end $25 to $50 a pop. Now, what does that entail? Like as far as a little bit in depth with the
leasing?
Yeah, the leasing and the fine print.
All right, so pretty much what you get is you get to utilize the beat for whatever purposes you have as far as mixtape release, album release, even video release. But you can't do commercials or anything past that.
Okay.
You can do it for radio spins, whatever, but that means you don't have ownership of the beat. Pretty much I can sell that beat as much as I want to. Versus exclusive where I sell the beat for one price, where both of us we negotiate and agree, and if we in agreement that you actually own the rights to that beat and you can do it for whatever, I don't have no rights to that beat no more once it's sold to artist exclusive.
And how much those go for?
I can't give a price because it varies from different artist to artist.
I totally understand. I respect that. So let's get into definitely doing your thing as an entrepreneur. You got the Live Jewels coming out July 22nd. It's happening. Where is happening at?
Where it's happening? A specific location, you mean?
No, we doing secret location just right now.
At the moment.
At the moment, now
At the
we can't give out the location right now. But only thing I would say is going down in Brooklyn. That's the only information I can give y'all right now.
Brooklyn.
Okay. Shout out to the live crowd in the background. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? Yo, KK in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else? No, ain't no what else.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
Live Jules win the Grammy. You're driving back from holding your Grammy award in your hand. What playlist is going on? The ignorant ratchet shit because you won and you can fucking do it, or you going home on some We Are the Champions, my friend.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a hell of a good.
I've been waiting to ask you that.
I mean, the hood in me wants to be ignorant, but the classiness in me kind of want to play some jazz music. So it depends. It depends on the mood and the night. That's the best answer.
Who are your favorite artists right now that's out, that's on the radio playing?
Definitely Nas.
That's out right now, that's playing on the radio.
Oh, the radio.
I said it's out right now. I gotta ask.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, instead of
what I mean. Shout out to Nas, and his last couple songs last year was dope. His album was dope. Kanye album was dope. I liked it, but let's get the like 2022 type music.
Got you. I don't honestly listen to the radio, to be honest with you.
But
as far as new rap, I like that dude Ray Vaughn from TDE.
Okay.
I think he's dope. Who else? I just started. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like Kodak Black now. Since he's been on Kendrick album, I just started getting into him a little bit.
Like he.
Yeah, I mean he's hilarious. He's a character. 21 Savage definitely. I like how he places ad-libs on tracks.
Oh yeah, 21.
Who else?
21. That's my nigga. I fuck with 21.
I fucks with Little Uzi Vert too.
Mm-hmm.
Just to name a few new cats.
Okay. I mean, even though Lil Uzi Vert is like 2014.
He's been out longer than
I agree. But I understand where you're coming from as far as he is a new sound, new wave. How you feel about Young Miami and that sign for Diddy, Go Poppy? How you feel about that? How would you feel about a young lady that you're dealing with that you publicly said that y'all are dating but not together, and you're dating other people and you're just having fun, and she's out at the BET Awards with a Go Live, that's my Go Daddy, you know what I mean, sign. How you felt about that?
I mean, on one hand, I support it, and the other hand, it's like, but homie didn't shout you out. Like, he don't pretty much put it out there like, yo, we just, in a sense that like, yo, we just friends. Like, we just, we're just chilling. Like, he's not claiming her. He's not taking her home or claiming her as wifey. We just kicking it type of vibe. So for her to do all that, I mean, to me personally, that's doing too much, in my honest opinion. But on the other hand, it's like, I think it's dope for more black women to support us black men in solidarity, because in this culture, it's very male dominated, right? And maybe I'm not making sense right now, but I'm gonna get back into the female.
No, you're making sense. You're making sense, because I got a question to come on with where you're going with this.
So it's very male dominated, right? And I feel like
we do not do toxic masculinity over here. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as toxic masculinity in this room right here. So you keep it going, bro. I got you back.
I feel like since we the industry is very male dominated, it's dope that our queens, still support us, even though that's what it is. But right now, there's some queens in hip hop that's running things as well. So it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like, so it's good to see that, the younger generation is still has an eye on the older generation, because, Diddy comes from my era, and, she's in Young Miami is from the new era. So to see that connection come together instead of a disconnect or bridging the gap, it says something. But
Okay.
on a personal level, I mean, since the way they claim her, I mean, it kind of looks wild to me. But
I understand. So now on the R&B tip, what I mean, and the fact that the just music in general is male dominated. The music industry is male dominated. Now, K. Michelle has been advocating the fact that R&B ain't the same, anything like that for years now. Since she's been on Love and Hip Hop, she's been talking about that. She's been fighting to get into the country world because she's trying to do country music and yodel or whatever she's doing. Shout out to K. Michelle. But I feel right now, it took for Ray J and these guys to embarrass themselves for people to see where real R&B is at. How do you feel about that whole situation? And the fact that nobody was listening to the black woman and they had to wait to these men
to these niggas walk it up.
Yeah, to actually see where it's at.
That's a good ass question. I feel like honestly, R&B been there for a while. Hate to say it's been there for a minute because even when you hear new R&B records, some of them are even drilling in new records. I do feel like there is a lane for real R&B. There's always going to be a lane for that, right? But will people buy into it? That's the question.
What is real R&B to you?
People that can sing live without no backup, without no audio tracks, without they could get a live band and sing their ass off with a live band and go off. That's when real R&B is to me.
And actually riff. Nobody riffs no more.
Yeah, that too. Riff, and even scat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking another language to the crowd. But
talk that language because there's a lot of we can't be having people redo things and have different names and different things that we have to actually know the history. You know what I mean? We got different running mans now. It's a whole different world.
It's a fact. You want to hear something crazy before the pandemic hit? The last good concert I seen was Joe Scott live in New York, and I took me and my lady. We went to go see it in I believe Radio City Music Hall.
Okay.
And when I say that's a real R&B concert, a real R&B performance, that's the expectation I have when it comes to singers. Joe Scott sets the standard. I mean, there's better performers than her before her time, granted, but as far as where we at right now in this time, she sets the standard for me. So bringing it back to Ray J and these cats, right? So to see that on television was straight embarrassing. Mario held it down for what I heard, but it was
Mario brought all the way. Like I said, he brought all the way Empire vibes. Like y'all forgot he was hanging with Lucius Lyons, and he said I could do it light or dark. You know what I mean? So he really went in. So shout out to Mario.
And to see Ray J and them embarrass themselves like that, it's just like, damn, like, it pretty much shows that there's studio singers and there's live performance singers. And they made a huge difference as far as it showed America the difference between the two.
Okay. I gotta let's pause on Ray J. We're gonna put Ray J up in the corner because we're gonna come back to Ray J because that's my guy.
All right.
But now we was talking about studio singers, and regular singers, and earlier you was mentioning studio rappers and real rappers. Let's get into that. Let's go. Can you expand on that?
All right. So you got the studio rappers. They make dope music in the studio. They basically rap. We're calling lab rats. They spend all their time in the studio, but you'll never see them outside. Never. Like they don't care to do live performances. They don't care to make in appearances. You know, and granted that the pandemic shut us down from all that, so the people that do that type of shit had to get creative. But you know that we all knew that was a temporary situation as far as the pandemic goes.
Mhm.
Back to what I was saying, these are cats that you never see them outside. Like, and when they get on stage, they don't know what to do. Like, they get uncomfortable. They don't know how to be themselves. They don't know how to let go.
Will you give us some examples of some studio rappers that we would know?
Oh, you want me to call out names? Oh, okay.
Stop it.
I don't deal in the other realm,
politics.
in the other realm. And politics. I like politics. You know what I mean? I rock with politics because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we got all we're doing is trying to get people to be better. So you know what I mean?
A good example of a studio rapper. I hate to say it because I really like Dude, but Fabulous could be one. Because he performs live, but you can tell he's not a person you would go see perform live. Like it's like pretty much like say if you get Busta Rhymes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get Fabulous on the same bill. No. Say if you had to make a choice between the two, who you going to see?
I'm definitely going to go see Fabulous because I'm from Bed-Stuy. That you already know now, but on a fan tip, definitely the Busta Rhymes show is going to be better than the Fabulous show, unless Fabulous brings out Jadakiss in the Locks and does something like that, and then it's the Jadakiss in the Locks show.
Oh, and speaking of which, you just brought up another example. But when we seen the verses with Dipset versus the Locks, another example, like you don't like Jim Jones, he performs, but like you can tell Cameron don't perform very well. You can tell off the rip.
Oh man, I have to disagree with you. I feel that they did not take it as serious, and they didn't do the right lineup. I feel like at the end of the day, they didn't cater around Cam, and they definitely didn't do songs.
Yeah, everyone the right song listing, right?
Yeah, the right song listing, because they didn't do certain songs that they had with certain people that like a lot of Cam songs with Votto and things like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that wasn't a lot of songs, like good songs like that they have, club bangers. Songs that they got with Ron Browns, all them songs. They definitely didn't go there.
Holy shit!
So
they did Pop Champagne.
Yeah, they didn't go Pop Champagne.
They didn't do Pop Champagne.
Not that I know of.
Oh my god! Like, what was they thinking?
They was thinking that Jim Jones is just Jim Jones and Jules Santana. It was that show. Like if you notice, they had 5 songs.
Yeah.
Then each of them, what they did was 5 songs each, and then they did 5 Dipset songs.
Yeah.
So they tried to be even with it, but you can't be even in the war. You know what I mean? You gotta go with your strengths. You know what I mean? You're not gonna just put everybody there. You know what I mean? You gotta go with your strengths, and they didn't go with their strengths, and that's where I feel like they really fell off.
He just dropped the gym low key, y'all.
Hey man, it's a DJ in me. You know what I mean? So man. So let's bring Ray J back down. That's my guy. Scooty Bike, Ray Electronics. You know what I mean? The ultimate artist entrepreneur.
Yeah.
The man that's probably about to get sponsored by Cup of Noodles. You know what I mean? If you didn't notice that the BET Awards, the man eating a Cup of Noodles, and you think that wasn't strategic. You know what I mean? After he did the whole, he's the talk of the town. So the next thing, whatever he had in his hand, let's see how much the sales Cup of Noodles go up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how do you feel about Ray J as far as his entrepreneurial skills?
I think he's dope when it comes to that. Like, and a lot of people sleep on him for that. A lot of people don't ever give him credit for that because his antics outshine what he actually did. Unfortunately, and of course, you know, the peanut gallery that's out there only pay attention to the ratchet shit that any artist or anybody that's a celebrity status portray.
Mhm.
So I think business wise, he make a lot of great. He didn't he get his own headphones?
Yes. Yeah, but I'll put it to you like this, right? My top 5 entrepreneurial in music. You know what I mean? That's like let's exclude Russell Simmons, Barry Gordy,
Yeah,
those guys.
they're like
You know
the
what I
cream
mean?
of the crop.
That's the cream of the crop. Those are the creators. That's like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
God and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So right now, from the '80s on up, and like I said, let's not use Russell Simmons and Barry Gordy because they were still running in the '80s. Let's not act like we don't know our history.
Yeah.
I go Diddy, and it's not in no order. Diddy, Master P, Jay-Z, Jay-Z. I said Jay-Z first. I said Diddy, Jay-Z, Master P, Ray J. And I'm missing a person. I can't believe I'm missing that one person.
Glenn Johnson.
Soon.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Exactly, Dr. Dre. And I apologize, Doc, because I am a doctor too, but you know, I'm selfish on my doctorship, so. So yeah, with Dr. Dre, because I'm probably going to try to replace one of them. You know what I mean? But anyway, but yeah, who's your top 5?
My top 5 of all time.
Entrepreneurial
Top 5.
and music.
And
Oh
music,
God.
definitely Dr. Dre. I mean, you kind of said it. It's kind of the same genres.
Okay.
I hate to say it. Yeah. It's the
Okay.
same person.
Honorable mentions to Nas, to Ludacris,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean, even Tyrese with his little thing, Tyrese with his Benihana's in his backyard. That's something different.
Did you hear what happened with Ludacris' manager?
Oh yeah, rest in peace to Shaka Zulu.
Oh,
I mean,
Shaka
no, let me say, excuse me, hope, good luck and good, you're going to cut that part out. Good luck and good, what's his name? You know, good health to Shaka Zulu. Because I heard, because they did not, because somebody passed away.
It wasn't Shaka. It wasn't Shaka.
Rest in peace to the young man that passed away, because they said 3 people got shot, 1 person passed away. So I apologize for that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But definitely.
And to bring it back to that, to what you were talking about, as top entrepreneurs, Tech Nine.
Yeah.
You got to throw Tech Nine in.
Yeah, shout out to Tech Nine. I'm not a fan of his music. I'm gonna put it out there. And one of Tech Nine people sat on my goddamn computer at a parade. So I kind of really. And Tech Nine didn't show up to the parade that year, so I'm kind of upset. But yeah, Tech Nine, we gotta talk about that because you did a song with The Rock. Is cool. You know what I mean? And we're gonna get an interview with you soon. But honestly, I've been having this Tech Nine conversation since 2006. Like, and I've been around, and I've been a DJ for 20 years. So I've in this industry, this independent industry, my first show that I did as a manager, because remember, I'm not a rapper. As a manager, I managed artists, and I put my artists into the shows at the Pyramid. The first show I was at, rest in peace, Sean Price was the host. So that's the type of caliber I've always been around. Now, if I was to have to pick Sean Price, Tech Nine, I'm picking Sean Price.
Oh, all day.
You know what I mean? But understand,
all day.
For some reason, Sean Price, he got the love that Tech Nine got, but really, like, as far as things like that, like, I feel like maybe they're in the same they're at the same tier. Like, you wouldn't know if, like, 'cause I unfortunately can't talk about what somebody would have did since they passed away.
Yeah.
But it's like Sean Price probably would have did a song with The Rock way back in the day. You know what I mean? Things like that. He got wrestling bars and all that. You know what I mean? If The Rock was even into something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Though unknown thing about me, I actually opened up for Sean Price.
That's dope.
And Amity Belgrade literally before he passed. Literally. Got to meet the man and everything, and he's a real solid dude. Like, if anybody I've ever met in the industry that was really solid and really real, that he would be it.
Sean Price energy was something totally different. Like it changed the whole
Super
room.
different.
Like it's totally different. Ah man, so we did that. Who's your top 5 rappers of all time?
Ooh, that list always changes.
That's alive.
Alright. Right now, that's alive. Damn, Biggie's always been my favorite, so I can't put him on that list. You know, rest of
That's exactly why I had to say alive, because you got to take out Biggie and Pac, because that's automatic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let's, we're going all the way back. So you know what I mean? Don't leave nobody out. All the way from the from Wonder Mike and all of them. You know what I mean? To now, you can put all of them. So we need top 5.
My top 5, definitely Nas, definitely Jay. Worst of 5'9". A lot of people, he's not in a lot of top 5s, but he's in my top 5. J. Cole. One more. I would put Kendrick, but
Royce over M.
I get flack for this.
Royce over M.
You gotta give it up to Royce though.
Royce over M. Royce over Big Sean. We could go Detroit.
You wanna go Detroit?
Royce over Big Sean.
Definitely over Big Sean.
Okay.
But
Mm.
I could throw him in my top 5, but at the same time I can't throw him in my top 5. If that makes any sense.
I'm listening.
But my other, who would I get the last slot to? Shit. Might have to give it to Kendrick. We might have to.
You.
Might have to.
Like you. Yo, shout out to Kendrick, man. Listen, I tell it to you like this. I got respect for Kendrick, but and he's a great artist. He overthinks his shows, and he should have had Jay-Z perform with him at Summer Jam the year that Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe came out. That's my only issues with Kendrick.
Yeah, that would have been.
KDK, what's your do we want to get KDK's top 5? She said she's not with the smoke. She don't want the smoke.
I'm working.
She's working. She don't want the smoke. Well, top 5 for me. Gotta give it to Run. Run from Run DMC. You know what I mean? We got Jay. Gotta give it to Nas. Busta.
Wow. You went super Brooklyn on those.
Yeah. Busta, and I gotta give it to Ice Cube. Because a lot of people and honorable mention the KRS-One and Rakim, because it's hard to keep them out of any top 5. So it's like you got the you got the Mount Rushmore of KRS-One, Rakim, Biggie, and Tupac. You know what I mean? Of me, that's a whole different story. So Rob, again, we got what's going on the 22nd?
The album release party. It's going down Brooklyn. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna play some pool. We're gonna enjoy listening to the sounds. This time I kind of want people to enjoy the art more than the theatrics.
All right. Any special ladies going to be there specifically with you on your arm or anything like that?
my main lady, Jessica joins. Yeah, I know she's gonna be like, main lady. What do you mean, main lady?
Like the only one.
The only lady,
Okay.
Jessica Jones. That's my lady right there. She's gonna be in the building. The team is gonna be.
She sounds like a superhero, Jessica Jones.
She is.
She.
She's the foodie hero.
She's the food. Like when I say she's about her food.
Mm-hmm.
She's the foodie hero.
Okay.
She's amazing and a Golden Girls fan.
Okay.
The team is gonna be in the building. A couple of media. I'm not gonna give out all the media yet. But they definitely shout out to y'all.
Y'all know who you are.
I know we are.
Definitely. Okay, so tell them where they can find you at one more time, Rob, and not even one more time. Tell them where they can find you at, and where they can find the single, and what's everything else. You already know. It's a pleasure, man.
Definitely, man. It was definitely being a pleasure on your platform, man. Looking forward to doing more interviews. You can find me on IG and Twitter at LiveJohnson718. You can also purchase beats at www.edcbeats.com. Facebook, you can go to my like page, which is Live Johnson, and yeah, and you can find my music on pretty much on IG on in the bio. Just click the Love It single is right there. You'll see the video. There.
All right, that's what's up. So you already know it's Live Johnson, and it's DJ Dr. Hollywood with The Cure, keeping our readers and our viewers hands and eyes on the pulse of the culture. You already know what it is. Thank you, KDK, Rawrrzone. Let's get it going. Hey.